20. He arose and came to his father. But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him. Now I want to say this. Pastor Jack preached this message on the prodigal son. Not this, but this point I want to make. I will never forget when he made this point. I was in college. Dear God, out of all the sermons I've ever heard in my life, it was this moment that my whole view of God changed. Because the idea is that if you mess up, God's really mad. The guy at the car wash said, well, what did the dad do? I said, he forgave him. It was a moment for him even to imagine that you could take all that money and leave, blow it, and then watch this father's response. Oh, I can see it now. When he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. That's the moment. You're standing there thinking, what's this about? He's not hitting me, he's hugging me, he's crying, he's saying my name. But I messed up all the money. I'm broke now. I've shamed your name. I'm bankrupt. They've taken my house. They've taken my car. I lost the business. I can't believe he's hugging me. I can't believe he's still glad to see me. Why is he so glad to see me? It's confusing, isn't it? How could this moment be possible? In that moment, I'm telling you, my mind expanded, and I thought, you really do love me, not my perfection. You love me. Remember, he had this whole speech, I'm no longer worthy, all prepared. But the father says this to him. That's amazing. He started the speech. The son said to him, Father, I've sinned against heaven, verse 21, and in your sight, and am no longer worthy to be called your son. And he cuts him off. He's trying to get to the part where he says, make me as one of your hired servants, but he never gets to say it. It's like, I don't want to hear that part. I don't want to hear what you want to do for me. I don't want to hear anything. Here's the bottom line. The father turns from him to his servants in verse 22. Bring out the best robe. Put it on him. He is a full son, restored to his rightful place as a royal part of this family. Put a ring on his hand. He has authority. He's got his money back. Put sandals on his feet. He's not a slave. Slaves are barefoot. Give him everything back. And for this, verse 24 says, my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost, now he's found. And they began to be merry. Imagine that party. Why do you think God wants to hurt you? Because you've not managed your money well? Why do you think God doesn't want to restore you? Why do you carry this shame? Because you didn't plan well or save well for college? Why do you worry so much about what you didn't do right? Look at this story and see the heart of God. The only guy who missed it in this story was the brother. And I want you to watch this incredible moment, because the word after action is forgiveness. The brother takes action, the son does. He comes home, he acts on his words, he tells his dad he's sorry, then the dad forgives him. That's the ninth word. And this son, in verse 25, his older brother, was in the field. Notice, I love this. We had what we call a talk through yesterday, and one of the staff members said to me when they read this sermon with me, the son was in the field working too. It must have been a family tradition to be in the field working. He comes from the field, and as he came, he drew near to the house, and he heard the music dancing, verse 26, and he called out called one of his servants and asked, what's going on here? What all these things, what these things meant. And he said to him, your brother has come, verse 27. And because he has received him safe and sound, your father has killed the fatted calf, a high honor. The final word is judgment. The brother is going to issue judgment against his own younger brother. He was angry, verse 28 says, and would not go in. I'm not going to that party. Therefore his father came and pleaded with him. He answered and said to his father, lo, these many years. Now I want you to please understand, this is a kid who's rich. This is a kid who has all the money he probably needs. This is a kid who still has his inheritance. And here's what he says. I've been serving you, and I never transgressed your commandment at any time. And you have never, catch this, here's the hook. You never gave me a young goat that I might make merry. You never gave me a party. Boy, did you miss it. Just because you didn't have the financial dynamics or because you didn't make the decisions somebody else makes, do you really have the right to judge people? To be condemning? And then he goes on and says, Dad, the real issue is, be clear, your boy took the money and he went and chased women with it. I'm paraphrasing it. It's a horrible moment for the son. Some people will never forgive you for what you have messed up financially. But God will.